Hey everybody, this is Stuart with Wine on the Diamond. Today I'm reviewing, well, it's been a while since I've reviewed a box wine, and it's a Sauvignon Blanc. So that means my wife is probably gonna like it, maybe? Let's stay tuned and see if it's gonna be any good. Hey everybody, before we begin today's video, if you like it, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I don't even think it's a word. Click that notifications bell, and also look out, because future live streams are going to be happening. I'm coming up with some new topics, I'm coming up with some fun things to do, and I just gotta get the schedule down and finish out the room, and then I'm good to go. So today I'm gonna be reviewing I'm assuming it's non-vintage, even though it was packaged in May 2020, Sauvignon Blanc from Bota Box. It is 12.5% alcohol by volume, and this normally retails around, oh, hello, remove the plug. This normally retails around, in my area, somewhere between like $16 to $18 a box, which roughly comes out to about $4 to $4.50 a bottle. And as you saw, painter's tape, because my wife took it out, threw it in the freezer to try to chill it down some, and then destroyed the box. So I had to do something to make this somewhat presentable for the camera. Just pulling a bag out and slapping the bag is not something that I probably should be doing on camera. So let's go ahead and take a look at the color. From a color standpoint, you are a pale lemon green, no artifacts, no cloudiness. So on the nose, you smell like Sauvignon Blanc, but you don't smell like New Zealand. You smell like more of a, wow, that is really interesting. It's like a mix between sort of like a California Fum Blanc, but without sort of those kind of barrel fermentation type notes. And then it also has a little bit of that grassiness of like a Puy Fusé. Yeah, I mean, yeah, so that's there. You get this kind of grassiness, slider asparagus, there's peach, just a little bit of peach, pear, green apple, a lot of pear. There's a lot of pear in this. But then also you're getting this hint of, so there's also like what smells like a little bit of what I would say is like an overripe melon, probably leaning towards honeydew, and then like a very underripe, what smells like it's going to be a very sour gooseberry. And then in terms of nose, medium plus intensity on the nose. But how does it taste? Medium plus acid, maybe medium minus to medium body, somewhere around there. This is off dry. I'm really having a hard time describing this palate. And the reason why is because on the approach, you get hit with just this very mellow fruit, and then it goes into the mid palate. As it's kind of transitioning to the back of your tongue, it really intensifies. And then going in actually into the finish, the fruit aspect of it tapers back down to like the approach. But the greenness isn't present on the approach, shows up on the mid palate and intensifies into the finish. So there's this sort of weaving of primary and green elements to it, like the kind of asparagus and grass. And then also on the palate, there's a noticeable amount of alcohol. Not like noticeable as in like it's like gonna blow your mind out, but it's like, oh, I didn't smell something that would kind of detect me that this wine is gonna be hot on the palate. But it's not hot on the palate, it's just there. But it wasn't there on the nose. Anyway, but let's get to the blick. So are you in balance? I'm actually gonna give you a point here. I think it's actually in balance. I have really no complaints. It's just kind of interesting with the way that things weave in and out. Length, medium, minus finish, no points. Intensity, your medium plus on the nose, medium plus on the palate, give you half a point. And in terms of complexity, you look at amount of primary fruit, but I mean, overall, if you're looking for somebody who's gonna be doing like a whole bunch of winemaking decisions and changing this and kind of making the grape be expressed in a different manner, this isn't it. I'm pretty sure that this wine was done entirely steel tank, and that's kind of where it was. There is some intensity with the green, and there's a little bit of peach, and there's a little bit of, and there's actually a little bit of like a lime that comes out of it as you kind of get into it a little bit more. You have apple, you have pears, you have citrus, you have stone fruit, you have green fruit. Yeah, I'll go ahead and give you half a point. In the end, that's 2 points, you're good. Honestly, I don't expect box wines to be very good or great, but If you want to be able to just kind of have something to keep around for a while, they say it lasts up to 30 days. I've never tested that. But if you want something that's gonna stick around for a while, if you want something that is good enough for entertaining for people who aren't like wine snobby folks, for about somewhere between $15 and $20, this is actually not a bad purchase. You could be spending a lot of money on other wines, and it's just not something that's offensive. But I mean, if you have wine snobby friends, it's not gonna blow their socks off. However, if you do have wine snobby friends, don't tell them what it is. Just pour them a glass of it blind and see what they think of it. Anyway, this has been Stuart with Wine on the Dime. If you liked today's video, please like, subscribe, and comment. Have you had the Bota Box Sauvignon Blanc? I'd be interested to know if you have. Leave a comment below, and I'll see you all again soon with another episode from Wine on the Dime.